Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Hey, it's now time for Dear Jelly. How's everybody doing? I hope that you are having a wonderful day. It is now time for Dear Jelly. Um, how's your weekend been? My weekend has been kind of chill for the most part. Enjoying the weather. Looking forward to weather that is being forecasted for tomorrow. And I'm just excited to start a new month. We have a new month starting this week, and I'm expecting great things. Hey, Lindsay. I'm expecting great things, and hopefully you are too. So if you're just tuning in, it is now time for Dear Jelly. We are going to be discussing the thing that's been going on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. Basically, TikTok videos, the whole Who the F Did I Marry? And if you haven't had a chance to watch these videos, everybody's talking about it. And about how the woman married somebody that she met online. And I really wanted to push the fact that her meeting him online is not what was wrong with him, because you can meet great people online. Like, the issue is not that she met him online. The issue is the man was a pathological liar, and among some other things. And so if you've watched the show and, well, listen, I don't even know why I'm calling it a show, because it's not a show. It's just a woman sharing her story, right? She's sharing her story. So if you've watched it, I want to know what your thoughts are. I want to know how it has affected you when you're thinking about when you're thinking about dating going forward. Like, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? How did this affect your relationship that you have now? Did this affect is this affecting your relationship? Is it making you sit back and go, is it going to affect how you're going to date going forward? I just kind of want to know, because I have a lot of questions and I haven't watched everything. Let me just go ahead and say that I have not watched everything on the Who the F Did I Marry? I have not watched everything, but the little that I do know, I got a lot of questions. And so anyway, let me know what you think. That's kind of like what we're talking about today. Let me know what you think. Let me know. Sorry, I'm cracking up because Lindsay is already going crazy not crazy, but Lindsay is already going in the chat on YouTube, sharing her thoughts. And so if you want to join the live chat, you can join us on YouTube or on Facebook at TGI Jelly. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think, what your thoughts are, because this was some nonsense. That's all I'm going to say for right now. Listen to Dear Jelly on the X. What's up? Risa Tisa knows good and well she could have told us this mess in 3 parts plus commercials. Jelly Crew would have never fallen for this. Smile IKEA elevator goes all the way up. Girl, I have so many questions. First of all, I also feel like I understand the whole, it was COVID time. I get all that. But I have questions. Even in terms of her crew, like her friends, her family, where are her people? I got questions. I mean, if y'all know a lot more about this stuff, do y'all think it's real though? Or do you think this is something she wrote? Because some of this stuff just don't seem, the little bit I know, let me say that, the little bit I know, I love this beat, sorry. The little I know, it just don't seem, I'm tempted to be like, you lying. And I'm sure she's not lying, but I'm tempted to be like, you're lying. Because this, how? That's all I'm saying. Like, Lindsay, how much of this did you watch? How much did y'all watch? How much did y'all watch? Because I got questions. I got questions. The beat is bopping. 2024 is heavy on the 2024 is heavy on the audacity and shame. No bag is worth the embarrassment, and she's in no position to be given PSAs because this is entirely her fault. I'm just trying to understand because again, I haven't watched. Okay. I understand there are like several videos, like 50 some videos, and I just don't understand because she looks like she's older than 21, 25. Hey, Tia. Lindsay says she was raised in the church and didn't want to cohabitate. I had no problem fornicating and getting pregnant. I don't understand where her people are. I'm like, where are your people at? Where are the people? Where are your friends? I understand she really wanted to be married. She just really wanted to be married. I understand that. She really wants to be married. But like, how many red flags do you need? And this is the fake conversations. How is that able to happen? How did that happen? Oh, my song is almost done. Hold on. Like, it don't make any sense to me. You're listening to WXNA LP Nashville 101.5 FM, live streaming on WXNAFM.org. Tracking back, first we had Kids Daniel with Lie off of the Barnabas 2021 release, followed by Davido with Feel off of the 2023 Timeless release. If you're just tuning in, hey, it's Dear Jelly with DJ Jelly. I'm having a pretty good conversation with some ladies right now on TGI Jelly on Facebook as well as on YouTube. And we're just having a conversation about this whole who the F did I marry videos that a young lady had. I don't even know what she called a young lady. I don't know how old she is. Anyway, that lady posted on TikTok and everybody's talking about it. It should be like a Tubi movie. And all the different things that she endured while married for, I guess, like 6 months or so to a gentleman who lied about everything. I just have so many questions. I mean, with the whole... We're not doing background checks. Do we not do background checks? I do background checks on people. And I'm not talking about I just Googled you. No, we do back state they've been married in. You need to know where they've lived. Look me up. Google me. Something, not just Google, but find out who we are. And then how are you marrying somebody and you've never met anybody in their family? My understanding is it was during COVID time. I don't know. Like, do y'all think this is real? Because why is she talking about it now? I just have so many questions. So many questions. Lindsay says, Risa Tisa, that's the name of the lady, knows good and well she could have told us this mess in 3 parts plus commercials. And then shout out to Lindsay. She says, Jelly's crew would have never fallen for this malarkey. Our elevator goes all the way to the top. And absolutely. Like, there's no way. There's no way. There's just no way. And so that's why I'm trying to understand, because what I'm reading and what I'm hearing is that so many people were able to identify with this nonsense. And so if so many people are able to, hundreds and thousands of people are able to identify with the things that this woman endured, what is happening? What does that say about the singles right now? Like, are we just all desperate? Lindsay says 2024 is heavy on the audacity and shame. No bag is worth the embarrassment, and she's in no position to be giving PSAs because this is entirely her fault. It's Lindsay says she was raised in a church and didn't want to cohabitate, but had no problem fornicating and getting pregnant. Yeah, it's just crazy. Tia says, I haven't watched anything yet, but a friend recommended it to me, said listen to the synopsis to get the highlights. It is wild. It is wild. You meet this gentleman. He's having conversations that don't really, where there's no one on the phone, full, long conversations. So I'm like, was he schizophrenic? Like, what are we talking about here? And then, okay, let's be honest. You're marrying somebody and they say they have siblings and you're going to marry them. And you've never even one time talked to the sibling, like heard their voice other than she said hi, he said hi. No, like, who does that? Pass me the phone. Put them on speakerphone. I do that with my friends. So, of course, significant other. We're going to chat. Hi. That doesn't make any sense to me. So he had long, drawn out, fake conversations where there was nobody. No one on the phone for hours. No one. How is that possible? And you didn't know. Then making deals to buy houses and had no money. I mean, like, y'all, what in the world? Hey, Sharice on time. Lindsay says, what corporate job has your temporary housing in an efficiency apartment? That's what I'm saying.
I'll need to access your WhatsApp data. Oops. I will not then.
Sorry, that was Siri. Siri was like, let me get in on this girl. I'm just saying, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Before I keep going, I definitely want to share with you guys about Nashville Financial Empowerment Center. The Nashville Financial Empowerment Center is a partnership between the mayor's office and the United Way that offers help with budgeting, reducing debt, and building savings. Virtual one-on-one financial counseling services are offered at no charge to all Davidson County residents. Learn more about the Nashville Financial Empowerment Center at fec.nashville.gov. Lindsay says, yeah, what corporate job has your temporary housing in an efficiency apartment? That's what I'm saying. But also, how you marry somebody and you haven't seen their bank account? I almost shared too much of my business. How do I word this? I'm just saying, like, I dated people, entertained individuals, and like, I mean, I was able to verify his income. Like, how you marrying him? And then to verify that's a real account. I guess they said he was doing like screenshots. I just want to know how he found her. Like, how are they finding these women? I know he found her online, but what was the conversation where he was like, yep, this is the dummy right here. This is the one. Lindsay says there were several red flags she chose to ignore, but an offshore account holder shopping at Rooms to Go. Sorry. Sorry. Lindsay says there were several red flags she chose to ignore, but an offshore account holder shopping at Rooms to Go took me absolutely out. Oh. I didn't. Hey, Sharice Cherie says that story was exhausting. I think I stopped the 10th episode. Girl, you got all the way to 10. You got further than I did. Because I can't. I can't. I had to be filled in because it's just too much. It's just too much nonsense and too many red flags to make you want to go shake. Why is my Siri? No, Siri, no. I don't know why my phone keeps thinking I'm talking it. Lindsay says she saw that fake Chase bank letter for a pre-qualified mortgage at $750,000 with no address or signature on it. That's what I'm saying. Like, do y'all think this is real? Because it's just crazy, right? It's just crazy. I can see if it was like 2010, but 2020 and all the different ways that we can verify things and you're involved with somebody like 2020, does this story make you leery about who you're involved with now or even meeting people? Does this story make you say, oh, hexy, no? You know what I'm saying? Does it make you leery? Because it's just like watching it, you're just like, this can't be real. And just when you think, or listening rather, I know she said she recorded it so that you can listen to it like an audiobook. But just from listening to the little bit that I've learned, it's just like, who is that dumb? Who? What do you mean this didn't exist? What do you mean? And how did you get a realtor? I mean, I got questions. Is this affecting y'all? Those of us that are extra cautious, extra leery, has this heightened your level of leeriness? Or are you just like, no, this was just her situation and I'm good? Let me know what y'all think. You're listening to Dear Jelly. This is Lonely at the Top by Asaki. And then to find out you said he was a temp. He was a temp. Even for him to have the position he had that he claimed he had, that couldn't be looked up. I got questions. Clearly he's like, where is he now? Did she share where he is now? I don't know why Siri keep thinking I'm not talking to Siri. Where is he now? Yes, Sharice, I stopped at part 2 and listened to commentary. She gave us a whole shift at work. I wish she had an inkling of concern as she did these for 52 parts while she dated that no account. I have so many questions because clearly this is not the first person he's done this with. So I just need to make sure that we are aware of the red flags that we should be looking for in terms of men and women and dating them, because these people are getting he gave a response. He's a dating expert. That can't be true. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying they cannot be. People can't be taking his advice. You're listening to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM, live streaming on WXNAFM.org. Tracking back, that was Asaki with Lonely at the Top. Speaking of Lonely at the Top, the gentleman that we were talking about, just when you think he's lonely, apparently he's a relationship guru giving advice. So I want to know, who is he advising? If you're just tuning in, we're discussing that that whole "Who the F Did I Marry?" and the young lady who's sharing her experience by being married 6 months to a pathological liar, and just all the things, right, that he put her through in that time frame. And so I didn't even know that he was a relationship coach. How are you going to be a relationship coach? I just want him to coach me on how he had all those fake conversations for hours when there was no one on the phone. I want to know, did he hear a voice? Did he hear a voice? Was he hearing voices? Because for him to carry on those long conversations, I want to know, did he hear voices? Lindsay said, yes, Sharice, I stopped at part 2 and listened to commentary. She gave us a whole shift at work. I wish she had an inkling of concern as she did for these 52 parts while she dated that no account. Exactly. And said he gave a response, said she cheated. He's a relationship guru. So he responded to her stuff, which is so crazy that he gives her the advice on dating. I just want to know how he has conversations with people who are not there and how long. Does he see people that we don't see? Does he have a sixth sense? That's what I would like to know. Lindsay said the people found his Facebook, Legion is Nutso. That's the name of his thing, Legion is Nutso. He should start a relationship scamming Patreon at this point. I'm trying to tell you, the man is brilliant. Brilliantly insane. Legion was dedicated to the foolery. We'll give him that. That's what I'm saying. The things that I have heard, it's like he was dedicated. He was all in. He was 10 toes deep in this thing. And nobody pulled her aside. So my understanding, and again, I didn't watch all 52 episodes. I really only watched part of 1, if I'm being honest. I think it was like the third one where she recaps and then does some stuff. And then I was filled in by other people about what's really going on. It was just too much for me to finish watching, if I'm being honest. It was too much because I wanted to shake her. It was too much. And it's almost like he deserves an Oscar for his performance and the brilliance. It's scary yet genius. And so now that I know he's a relationship coach, it really is kind of scary. Like, how is this affecting you now? Like, you are dating, you are out in the streets. How is this affecting you now? It has, the little bit that I know, it has heightened my leeriness. I'm just going to be honest. It's gonna make me just a little more leery. Lindsay says he was acting for the sex worker and then got sick and lost all kinds of weight. She still doesn't know what happened to him. Wouldn't be surprised if she overlooked getting tested. Oh my. So somebody's going to turn this into a movie, and I know it. And I really hope that she's able to get some type of compensation, because the level of nonsense that took place, I'm still stuck on the long conversations, though. I'm just saying. I'm just still stuck on these long, active conversations with nobody on the phone. But the level, of nonsense, it needs to be a movie. Tia says Derek Jacks did his wife wrong and is back at giving advice. What kind of it? Folks out here doing whatever they want, and if folks bite, they enjoy their 15 minutes of fame. What advice can they give? This is how you have a fake conversation for months, for hours, several conversations to make, this is how you make people believe you're having an actual conversation. Which, like I said, if this was like 2010, I might be like, she really didn't know. But this is 2020 that she said this took place. There is no excuse. And you was quarantined? No, we talking to everybody. Video them, call them. I'm gonna be on the phone. Hey, cousin. Hey, sis. Something. I don't understand. I don't understand. Just the level of I don't understand. I don't understand. Tubi made a movie without Carly Russell's consent. Can't see Risa profiting from this since she aired herself out over the internet. Oh wow, so she might actually get screwed over then. Tia says the Tinder swindler, people be finessing folks. I tried to watch that. I couldn't get into the Tinder swindler. When things don't make sense to me, I get frustrated. Because then when they start making accounts of all of these men are doing, I just got frustrated because it didn't make sense. I don't know. But one thing I do know is the programming you hear on WXNA is made by people just like you. This station is completely homegrown, featuring nearly 80 DJs from the community, bringing their unique voices and tastes to the airwaves. And it's all supported by friends and neighbors whose generosity keeps WXNA going. That's what community radio is all about. And all of us need to chip in for it to work. Do your part and donate now at WXNAFM.org. Lindsay says, Swindler was so much more believable, though. Kiara, hey, Kiara. Kiara says, I 100% believe her story. Women, especially those desperate to be loved or married, will do all types of unimaginable things. Lindsay says, unfortunately, so true at Kiara. But how? But how you not? But how you? But how? The whole family situation, and he's just showing you screenshots. You haven't verified employment. I mean, just how? Kara says also the pandemic helped Legion keep up some of his foolishness. I can also understand her not wanting to spend the lockdown alone. That's true. Okay, now I understand with the lockdown, a lot of people were feeling some type of way. A lot of marriages were tested, relationships were tested, families were tested. Some of us that were single and alone realized we really enjoyed it. I know I did. It just, Kira, he went to work every day. She just didn't know where. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that is crazy because even for your own safety, what if he was doing something illegal and you don't know and putting you at risk? I got so many questions. And I just keep thinking, but how? Tia says, you see the whole picture. When the person is in the midst of things, they're having to put all the puzzle pieces together. Yes. Okay, I understand that. I mean, Lindsay says, pandemic or not, he could have done bad things to that woman. She was just slow. Lindsay, ain't nobody locking down after 2 weeks. Well, no, Lindsay. Some people are. I know people personally who've gotten married after only knowing somebody for 2 weeks, 10 days. Married 30, 40, 50 years. Married. One of them now is going on their 8th, 9th wedding anniversary. I'm just saying. People do it all the time. You do lock stuff down after 2 weeks. You do. And some of us that even getting older, we ain't wasting all that time. Lindsay says she had a stranger in her bed for real. She still doesn't know that man. Sometimes it takes years to know people. Karen says he got her by buying that tire on their first date. He presented as a provider. Yes, and everybody wants to have that provider to do things for them. This is crazy. Al says, hey, what's up, Al? But she also thought he had money and he paid her bills. And she never said he was ugly. Okay, so hey Jenna. So but I think I saw a picture of him. Yeah, right. Lindsay says locking down with verified folk though. I'm just locking down with verified folk, but people are locking down after 2 weeks. People are locking it down. But perfectly, we've already done a background check on people where you're checking things out, and if nothing else, we talking to people on the phone though. I'm just saying. That's still y'all, which I know is probably kind of crazy, but out of all the things, those phone conversations, that's what took me out. That's what took me out. The phone conversations. That's what took you. You don't hear no voice on the other line. You gonna let him just keep saying so and so said, hey, no, pass me the phone, friend, bruh, pass me the phone. I'm just saying. Lindsay said, God blew that tire for her. Satan drove her to Cheesecake Factory. Did they go to Cheesecake? A girl. Jenna says, I read the Cliff Notes and it was a lot of red flags. I'm telling you, and some stuff does not even make sense. Like, I understand what Tia is saying. Like, Tia's like, okay, you're not in a situation. So, of course, on the outside looking in, to you, you'd be like, well, why this or why that? But there are some things that don't make sense. I have questions. But as Kiara said, he got her by buying that tire on their first date. He presented as a provider. So this is why it is so important, to, oh my goodness, like we out here trying to be saved by these people. Like, and I think that that's what got her like, ooh, he's providing for me. He can take care of me. And you say he paid her bills though, right? So, at least he paid her bills. He did pay her bills, correct? He paid her bills. I still got, he paid her bills. So shout out to him paying her bills. And I really do believe, in all honesty, that they're going to end up making this into some sort of movie because this is bananas. Hi. I do think it's going to come into how you doing? I do think that it is going to turn into some sort of movie because it's bananas. Jenna says, but like, how much was the tire really? Was it a new tire? Was it a used tire? Lord, have mercy. I gotta pay something that I can dance to because that was just, it was ridiculous. But the thing that I'm saying that just blew my mind is how there are hundreds of thousands of women who can relate to this story and who say like, yes, they understand. This is what happened to them. This is, it's not abnormal for people to go through these things. And that's what's so alarming to me. That's what's so alarming to me. That this is normal. This is normal. This is average. What she went through is average. Here, it's a lot of women with men in their homes and beds that provide nothing but what the good Lord gave them. Yes. Unfortunately, that is true. Lindsay said he paid then for a little while, and then he told her to leave work early for a BMW. He said he bought her, but was never delivered. Yeah, I think he bought her like an Altima or something stupid. No offense if you got an Altima. I'm just saying, like, he didn't come through with a BMW. Al says, well, we live in a world where ladies take advice from established cheaters, Derek Jackson and Steve Harvey. So it's super believable that she fell hard. Sad. Hey, VL. I'm just, Lindsay said, I cannot relate to this. And this is alarming to me that this is normal. That's what I'm saying. Like, so many people are saying like, oh, they can relate to this. This has happened to people they know. This is normal. No, this is what people do. I Lindsay, Siri, play Stranger in My House. No. Maybe I should play that next. Hold on, let me find it. That's the Jenna says, yeah, I'm not about to get got. But see, that's the thing though, because I guess the bare minimum is what we're looking at to be like, oh, bare minimum, it's okay. He or she can do these things. And it's scary, right? It literally is scary because some of this is safety. Some of this is safety. Some of these things that she was sharing, I mean, I was like, you are not safe. Are your friends? Where are your family? You didn't talk to anybody. I understand it was doing a shutdown. Is she alone? Does she have no one, no coworkers or anybody she could confide and be like, hey, friend, this is what this man is doing? Or even like I said, I'm sorry, y'all. The biggest part for me is those phone calls. I watched that woman say for hours upon hours he would be on the phone with no one. That's what I want to watch. I want to watch that in a 2D movie. I want to watch that fool on the phone for hours because that is what I'm intrigued about. I want to know what these conversations look like. Because you could tell when somebody talking on the phone, right? Unless he was talking to voices. I'm just wondering. Tia says, I choose to believe there are still wonderful people in the world. Be informed, use discernment. Yes. VL says, desperation and loneliness has levels and can affect perception. Yes. 100%. 100%. They 100% affected hers. Lindsay says, Risa says she was upside down on a 2012 Nissan Rogue with bells and whistles in 2020. Not even sure how this is possible. Nissan Rogue is a nice car, though. I got Nissan Rogue. Off subject. Jenna says, right. I was like, where were the males in her life? Forget the males, the humans. Where are the humans in her life? Kira, she talked to some people during the pandemic, but was under the impression, like a lot of people of color, that believe what happens in your home stays in your home. Y'all, this is what I'm talking about. It's not, dangerous. Dangerous. I'm about to play Stranger in My House. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. It's crazy. I want to watch that movie. Hold on, y'all. Sometimes people intentionally keep their things from their support folks because they don't want to hear their feedback. Girl, that ain't me. I think sometimes I overshare, but some of those things had to have sounded like what now? She needed some uncles, play uncles, brothers, something. Man. Others tried to tell her something was off. Even the realtor, she thought they were hating. Yeah, hating all the way to Crazy Town. Have you not been in a situation where you don't tell anyone what you're doing until after the fact because you don't want them to try to talk you out of it? No. No, there's always someone who knows what I'm doing. Even when I'm doing something crazy. Or did. I ain't done that crazy lately. Always someone. Because I was always afraid of somebody killing me or something crazy. I'm glad the women shared their story. Hopefully others will do some introspection. Yes. That is what I'm hoping. Especially when I started looking at comments and people sharing and realizing that this apparently is not like abnormal. She mentioned many times she wanted to save face. It just kept getting worse for her though. Oh, so sad. She didn't mention any males in her life, mostly her aunt, mom, and her coworker friend. Okay. Yeah, your daddy would be like, no. Her coworker friend told her something was wrong. Okay. But somebody was like, nah, sis. My best friend would be like, no, ma'am. I'm trying to tell you, we would have had a whole full background check. Yeah, that's her hope that her story will help other women. Her story is going to help a lot of people. WXNA? Hi, how are you? Uh-huh. What's the song? Well, you the last time you called, you asked for a Tommy Bowen song. What is it called? Evil People? People? Okay, I'm gonna try to find it. All right, People. Okay. And you wouldn't treat me like you do. Yeah, it's gonna help a lot of people. But I really do hope that she gets some. I need to go up because y'all have been bringing the info and I have not read it on the air. Um, it's a cough drop. You listen to WXNA LP Nashville 101.5 FM, live streaming on WXNAFM.org. Tracking back, that was Tamia with Stranger in My House from the 2000 A New Day release. Shout out to all the awesome people that are joining us in the live chat on TGI Jelly on Facebook as well as TGI Jelly on YouTube. If you're just tuning in, hey. Before I get into the conversation, I do want to let you know about the Tennessee Higher Education. The Tennessee Higher Education Initiative is a nonprofit that brings college programming to prisons throughout the state. Their mission is to aid students in helping meaningful lives in and outside of prison, to prepare them for successful reentry, and to help them become contributing community members. The Tennessee Higher Education Initiative believes that all communities deserve a chance to thrive. More at thei.org. If you're just joining us, we're having a conversation and we're talking about excuse me, we're talking about that the WTH Did I Marry? The lady was sharing her story and all that she endured when she was married to a gentleman that she met online, and all the different, this is fake life that he had. And it's all the different things that he put her through for the months that they were together. It was crazy. And so I definitely want to know how and if this has affected the way that you're going to look and approach dating and meeting people and getting serious with people. And especially when I realized when reading and watching other reactions that this is not an uncommon thing what this man put her through. VL says desperation and loneliness has levels and can affect perception. Tia says I choose to believe there are still wonderful people in the world. Be informed, use discernment. Lindsay says Risa said she was upside down on a 2012 Nissan Rogue with bells and whistles in 2020. Not even sure how this is possible. Jenna says, right, I was like, where are the males in her life? Kiara says she talked to some people during the pandemic, but was under the impression, like a lot of people of color, that believe what happens in your home stays in your home. Tia says, sometimes people intentionally keep things from their supports folks because they don't want to hear their feedback. Jenna says she needed some uncles, play uncles, brothers, or something. Lindsay says others tried to tell her something was off. Even the realtor she thought they were hating. Yeah, hating all the way to Crazy Town. Kiara's agreeing with Tia. Tia says, have you not been in a situation where you don't tell anyone what you're doing until after the fact because you don't want them to try to talk you out of it? VL says, I'm glad the woman shared her story. Hopefully others will do some introspection, which is what I'm really hoping happens. Because this ain't right. Lindsay says, she mentioned many times she wanted to save face. It just kept getting worse for her, though. Kira says she didn't mention any males in her life, mostly her aunt, mom, and her coworker friend. Jenna says, because I know for a fact my dad would have been no ma'am, LOL, definitely. Kiara says her coworker friend told her something was wrong. I'm glad somebody did. Jenna said my best friend would have been like, no ma'am. Exactly. Her best friend would have been no ma'am. Kiara says, VL, that's her hope that her story will help other women. I believe it is going to help other women because people need to stop and be like, wait a minute. This is crazy. And hopefully will cause people to take, to be more cautious and to do background checks. Karen says, I'm telling y'all, this story is not uncommon, which is so crazy because the story is crazy. Jenna says, my aunt would have been, no, ma'am. Everybody in Jenna family is like, no, ma'am. Lindsay, her family didn't believe he played arena football because he didn't have the physique for it. First of all, arena football in 2020 did not exist. Okay, if there were still some arena football teams out there, they were not paying money like that. But I digress. I believe they existed, but they weren't paying like that. Crazy. Kiara says, Lindsay, yep, but they didn't say anything until after the fact. Kiara says, that's a thing, though. A lot of times when you try to tell people the truth about who they are with or interested in, it makes them like them more and dislike you. Warning comes before destruction. Karen says, or hide more from you. True. Lindsay, we have weak moments and make mistakes and we can grow, but I wonder if this will hurt her future employment endeavors based on how aloof she's been in the past. Some things you just don't overlook. Ooh, that makes you wonder. VL says, denial isn't ignorance. I can agree with that. Lindsay says, Alexa, play Slow Down by Bobby V. Alexa, don't play that. Tia says, the whole saying, the math ain't mathin', is in existence for a reason, right? Lindsay says, Legion said he worked for Apple in the off season. What? Jenna says, oh, it definitely has made me even more cautious. Just reading the cliff notes, I'm side-eyeing everybody. According to TikTok, she's raised $500,000. Whoa! So she's made some money. Okay, well, that makes me happy that she's raised some money. People. That makes me happy that she's raised some money. I'm going to go ahead and put this man's song on. He called in and requested People. Here's People by Tommy Bowie. Listen, Dear Jelly on the X. That makes me happy. That she raised some money. I'm happy. Lindsay, she's going to spend that $500,000 on magical beans. Where is Juan? She's going to spend that money on magical beans. That's hilarious. Jenna, come on, getting paid. She needs to, for that story. I'm trying to tell you, there was certain... Who is this? WXNA? Oh, well, I'm glad I was able to find it. All right, take care. He said he was looking for that song for 20 years. The song that's playing now.
Mojo,
What's up?
I just got that tire for you and put it on your car.
How are you?
If I was any better, I couldn't stand it, like my grandpa used to say.
It's been a long time.
It has. How are you?
I'm good. I didn't know Juan wasn't coming.
Yeah, I'm getting 2 points
Oh, shout out to you.
on our new point system.
Yeah, I guess I should do something for the point system. I haven't done anything yet.
But I asked in the past, we like a fallback was like we could program CDs or records. You know how there's that little card thing? And I asked Pete about it today because he's still officially the librarian, I think. And
What are you looking for?
nothing. I'm just trying to get my.
Y'all know DJ Juan tonight. He has a sub. So if you used to listening to the International Echo, he's Hey Unknown DJ. He's DJ Mojo. DJ Mojo is I live stream Mojo
Okay, sorry.
on YouTube and on Facebook. So they're saying hi to you.
Cool. Hey, everybody. You need to teach me how to do that.
Said, girl, I thought that was DJ Juan. No, it's not DJ Juan. It's DJ Mojo.
It's DJ. Wannabe Juan.
He's gonna be on there saying, "Hey, DJ Mojo." Yeah, he's gonna be stepping in for Juan. So if you're listening in on online, you're gonna hear Mojo tonight.
And I am doing international.
You're doing international?
Yep.
And he is gonna do international. So yeah, they're saying hi to you.
Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Can they see me?
They can see you coming to the camera. Yeah, they can see.
So did they hear me say I put the tire on your car?
Yeah, did y'all hear him say he put the tire on my car outside? That's hilarious.
On that Find Nissan Road?
He said he put the tire on my fine Nissan Rogue outside. That's hilarious. They said, yeah, they heard you when you said that. They thought it was hilarious.
Just showing I'm listening.
That's hilarious. Have you been following it though? Did you watch the series?
No, I didn't know what you're talking about as far as that goes.
Yeah, it's Who the F Did I Marry? And a woman shares 52 videos giving an account of all the stuff that this man she married put her through, and it's mind like it's like insane.
52 hours?
No, she just does like 52 TikTok videos.
Oh.
You're listening to WXNA LP Nashville 101.5 FM, live streaming on WXNAFM.org. Tracking back, that was a request. Shout out to, I want to say Michael, but I think it's David. If I said your name wrong, please know I forgot. Y'all know I've been out for a little bit. But shout out to him. He called and he wanted to hear People, and he said he's been looking for that song for 20 years. So I am so very happy that I was able to find that song for you. I hope you are rocking out and feeling loved and important because you are. So shout out to you for putting in a request. All right, y'all. DJ Juan will not be with us tonight. So y'all know how you normally like to ask him for his thoughts on the conversation. But shout out to DJ Mojo, who was in the house. And Mojo did give his thoughts. Came in joking about my Nissan Rogue and how he changed my tires. I'm telling y'all, we have the best DJs ever. That was comedy. And shout out to everybody that's been adding so much value to the conversation and definitely encouraging me to go back and listen just a little bit more. I can only take so much, so it was just a lot, y'all. Lindsay said, not mad at Risa Tisa because it sucked the life out of Monique. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for being here with me. Wouldn't want to do this without you. Couldn't do this without you. You all are awesome. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Don't forget, if you have something you want us to talk about, we just have a conversation, no judgment. Go ahead and hit me up on all social platforms, CGI Jelly, and we will see you same time, same place next week. Love y'all. Have a great week. Stay safe. Bye.